Well, waka waka, my wiggas, we are back with another one. Better late than never, they say. And this week's been packed with all kinds of fundraising, so thank you to everyone who jumped in on that one right from the start. You ever run across something with incredible ideas and style and potential, but it just does not stick the landing? No, I'm not talking about my shitty comic, though if we are fishing for compliments, then guilty as charged. But let's put it another way. Are you all familiar with the term butterface? You see her from a distance at first, that curvy silhouette bouncing on long legs that just do not end. But then you readjust your telescope and realize the lady you've been watching this entire time has a face straight out of a modern AAA game. Bitch, fix your jawline. Or fix your blinds so I ain't gotta see that. Similarly, from a distance, this one has everything going on. The game controls great, it's got eye-catching sprites and animation with vibrant colors that just pop right off the screen. It's so close to being one of the big boys, but then you look at the cast size and the generic designs and what it really brings to the table, the whole thing just kind of falls apart on you. That doesn't mean you won't have a great time. In fact, I highly recommend, unlike another fighter I recently played and dread covering. We're getting into the wild and wacky, literally generic anime-themed fighter that's just trying its best to get senpai to notice while in a sea of games that strangely all have the same gimmick. This is Waku Waku 7. I'm gonna get this complaint right off my big old chest. The fuck. Take two. The generic anime characters from generic genres all coming together to fight for generic reasons storyline is killing me, bro. You have no idea how many terrible fighting games I look at for these reviews, and in the 90s especially, this was just a thing you see over and over and over and over and over. And it's almost always bad. Like, I legit think BlazBlue might be one of the only series to ever pull it off in a way that's fun and not fucking annoying. That isn't to say the cast is bad, but who else other than the bunny girl am I supposed to main? The kid from Beyblade? Or the cartoon dog out of Tail Concerto? Or maybe everyone's favorite character, Sword Guy? Or my personal favorite, Joseph Joestar? Hey, Jojo, how about you stay away from that little girl? You already have enough bastard kids running around causing troubles in fun new adventures coming to Netflix this fall at 2 frames per second. We are playing as Irina the bunny girl. 1, cause she's cute. 2, she's the easy mode fake Ryu. And 3, the coincidence is kinda hilarious. She's a bunny named Irina, and this channel is run by a dude named Irina who fucks rabbits.
Come on, man, what the hell?
I legit do love Bunny Girl's style though, but have to call her out on the very obvious fact that she stole her outfit out of Chun-Li's wardrobe. And that isn't any hate at all, because I stole it too. It's an amazing costume, fits great. If anything, more characters should cosplay in that one. Let's make it happen. I ain't got a petition or anything, but if one of you guys could put it together, I'll sign whatever you put in front of me. It's a Neo Geo fighter from '96, so you guys can probably guess how it basically plays. Standard 2D fighter, but with some EX moves and some semi-unique supers sprinkled in. Good shit, though a few things might turn off both new and experienced players really fast. Mostly the way knockdown and ground attacks works. Functioning more like a 3D fighter game, but with button prompts. Developers, don't ever do this. It legit ruins wake-ups and crowding and just sucks in this type of game. On the reversal, the spring-back mechanic is kinda neat though, but it didn't really happen enough for me to test out fully. The real turnoff was the desperation attacks, cause the first time I saw one, it came out of nowhere. And these moves are not listed with the others on the select screen. I legit thought there was some weird stage mechanic triggering and left myself open to the attack more than once. We don't need any obscure or confusing BS in an arcade fighter, yo. This should be pick up and play, but you're scaring potential customers away. Plot synopsis, it's just Dragon Ball, but with even less story. Everyone wants a wish, they'd be fighting for it. The end, moving on. And, ironically, first up we got Tess, whose Dragon Ball wish is to save her Dr. Slump. And just like Arali, she's got them wacky joke manga robot moves. And plays more like Dawson from Street Fighter. Did not enjoy using her, kinda slow, but her desperation or Doki Doki attack is probably the most effective in the game. Next up is Polytank Z. If you didn't get that earlier reference, then just think some Samurai Pizza Cat garbage. Zero interest in this character. Their goal is to have a more peaceful world to live in, and maybe get a promotion along with a raise. Like, my guy, how about you just start doing your fucking job and you'll be 90% there? After we dom the tank police, we take a quick trip around Zawirldo to face off with Dandy J and his totally legally aged sidekick with the beaver teeth and no bra. Nothing like a big toothy BJ, right guys? Gonna be real with you, I don't know much about that stuff, not my wheelhouse. So guys, let me know in the comments, toothy BJ, yes or no? Despite this character kinda sucking, I legit love that most of his attacks really do look like JoJo poses, but the moveset is kinda lame. Mostly just doing arm whip attacks like you'd expect someone to do when imitating Joseph Joestar. His story is so dumb, I'm just gonna read the wiki. The treasure hunter's wish is often non-committal or satirical, reflecting his lack of a specific, heartfelt wish. Hilarious, guys. I definitely want to beat the game with him now. Probably the most forgettable is Sword Boy Slash. He ain't even all that bad, fighting like he's straight out of Last Blade, and he even has a little bit of a Sailor Moon villain vibe going on. Hey, don't get distracted. I know he's boring, an NPC and fantasy star at best, but he's also one of the few characters with a noble wish, wanting to exorcise all of the cursed people in his land. However, the game wants to be funny, and turns it into a wacky whoopsie-doodle joke ending. Fucking kill me, bro. And again, I'm not mad because the game is bad. I'm mad because the game is good, but does non-stop dumb shit to ensure that no one wants to play it. Like, next up is basically the main character, Rai Baku. Like, dude's name already basically sounds like Bakugan. He looks like a dork, acts like one, probably a virgin. Point being, this dude has to be the best character in the game. Plays like a really aggressive Terry Bogard, but he's coming off more like an annoying little brother instead of a leading man and a fighter. This game may be based on the first arc of Dragon Ball, but no one is Goku. And the ending makes it very clear that this guy right here is the Yamcha, which makes sense because I want to leave him dead in a crater. His wacky dumb joke wish is to go on a big adventure, the thing he's currently doing. Do you get the joke yet? Coming in to save the day with an actual fun design, it's my neighbor Maru. Dude's got the Studio Ghibli thing going on, and even though he ain't my normal play type, I love everything going on with him. From the design to the fun cartoony animations and the moveset, dude has got a lot of Darkstalkers in him. And the big lovable monster protecting a little kid gimmick is almost always fun. 10 out of 10. I'm even gonna let him get away with his dumb wish, because he's basically a really big puppy who only wants his master to be safe and happy. That's just what dogs do. Now, what do bummy girls do? Well, in truth, she's more Sakura than Ryu, which makes me love her even more and makes me more annoyed that there ain't more to this game. Irina here is legit fun to play. She's got the charge in normal and angled projectiles, the anti-air Shoryu, chase down super, but really it's her EX of that Tatsumana Pumpernickel flying kick thing that really got me through matches. Great character all around, but can you guess her dumb little wish? Right on theme, she gets to be our Bulma, wanting nothing more than a hunky dude to feed her delicious foods and call her pretty. But just like in Dragon Ball, her prize is a Yamcha. However, Irina has a little more self-respect, rejecting the dweeb's advances. All 7 Wacky Whack Me Off balls collected, we summon the Dark Lord Shenron, by which I mean the Demon Lord Fernandez. This kaiju-sized cretin is ready to go on a Rampage World Tour. Thankfully, we've got the power of a kinky growth fetish on our side and go full-on giantess mode to deliver a face-stomping. Goofy-ass joke boss design, but if he were an extra character in Marvel vs. Capcom, he'd fit in great. But again, this is supposed to be the final boss, which has got to be like the 20th fail at this point. Dude is relentless, and in true last boss fashion can take you out in only 1 or 2 hits. But in a surprisingly fair twist, he's balanced to be more of a glass cannon type, unable to really soak up any damage. So if you can get around his speed and land the first attack string before he even gets in with his side speed and damage output, you can take him out pretty fucking easy. This has probably got to be one of the most fair final boss fights I've ever come across in a fighter, so I'm gonna give him a lot of points back for this one. Waku Waku, where do I even begin with this one? Fun game, well made, looks good. If you run into it in the wild, go ahead and give it a play. Totes worth looking at. And if you're really good at fighters, you'll probably be able to 1cc it. Not a hard game. But the idea of buying it in current day in order to attempt some online play is just laughable. And no one wants a sequel, not even the team behind it. They moved on to a completely different fighting game before going into the Konami route of pachinko machine manufacturing. At the end of the day, you've got a roster too small and forgettable to carry the series, and I don't see this entertaining the average player beyond a single playthrough. If I had only one Waku Waku wish, it would be to have a much larger roster with a little more edge, but we are sadly 30 years too late to fix this one. More games are coming as we head towards Axinus season, so clickety-clack that skip-scam-boo-tam in order to stay up to date. As always, I want to thank all the Waku Waku watchers, and a special thank you to everyone grabbing them adopts. And all I want for Christmas is you.